Welcome to Backstabbers, the only podcast where we're not just sticking needles in your back, we're talking behind it too.
See, Alex, when you don't make friends with your neighbors, you don't have to worry about this stuff.
That's also true.
That's it. Or you just don't have neighbors.
That's what I'm going for. I'm going for no neighbors. But while I'm here,
that's where it's at.
I'm not going to make friends with any of them.
My newest venture, y'all, after that conference yesterday, I am legit. I want to do like a family compound. Maybe not a whole family, but like a compound.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
my goal. Mountain. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on.
We've been talking 500 about acres for years.
Yeah.
There was this place, we were in Walnut Shade yesterday. It's called the Fog Ranch. Have you ever heard of that?
It's
a family who owns it, and there's like there's all these bylaws and what you can and can't do on the land, but everybody has their own house in multiple places. That doesn't sound good. Can you hear that? Oh,
I mean,
I hear yelling.
I hear kids.
It's like wrestling, and anyway, it screams.
It's fine.
Anyways, but they have like a community like house that has a kitchen in it and stuff.
Yes.
So that's where they do like family dinners. Yeah.
The Thanksgivings.
Anyways, but the whole structure of this thing, which we can get into more later, but it was really going back to like Jewish culture kind of, and honoring that and the way that Jesus like truly set it up. And it's so cool because I've been on this kick for about 1.5 years now, listening to like the different podcasts and stuff. And this has been a common theme of the guys I've been listening to, combined with watching The Chosen. And then now this, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it just stirs in my heart. But like honoring, like having a Shabbat dinner every week, and then honoring the Sabbath for a full 24 hours. And no matter that day can alter, it may not always be Fridays or whatever. It may be Tuesdays, but truly stepping away from work or whatever it is, and like learning how to do that practically, because you really can't in the culture and the world we live in. You really can't.
It's impossible because there's so many practices and things on Sundays, and if you take your kids out of that, they get punished.
Then they get
that is just period.
And they said they've been doing it for like 13 years now. Their family has, and for the most part, with random exceptions or whatever, they've gotten to where the community around them knows they do it, and they like honor it. And so like, yes, for certain sports and stuff like that, that wouldn't even be a thing. But they've had to say no to a lot of things. They're talking about like, well, do we say no to our niece's birthday party where if we don't come, they have 5 kids. If we don't come,
it's a big hunk of the party. Yeah.
And so they were just talking about different ways they've navigated through that, like in a practical way, because when you look at saying that, it's like, we don't have a single day we could give up, like truly give up. But the 24 hours, a lot of people don't include, like that could include your full night's sleep. Like, why would your rest not include physical rest? So they would do from like sundown on Friday until like mid-afternoon on Saturday, and then do the rest then. Or but also looking at not being legalistic about it, but like if Johnny plays hockey on those days, like that's not work for him, that's enjoyment. So you're allowed to do those things during those times. And so
if they're fun and not stressful, and
and so I was like, oh, this is really cool. But it's really, really about like taking back your family, and your family, like they equate it to a team, and the dad being the head coach, you being the assistant, and how that's not derogatory, and how you're not his assistant, but you're the assistant coach. So you see the blind spots, and you take on more of the nitty gritty versus the head coach who does like the more, and like each role your kids take on the team, and to further, like to make your team bigger, like and multiply, like the Bible says, and blah, blah, blah. But if you can't, or you don't, or you physically can't, like how that's, still more than acceptable, and how Jesus uses that too. And it was awesome. It really made me put some stuff into perspective. What's up?
So did it talk Johnny into a 4th baby?
Very borderline. His sister kept nudging him and was like, I was like, yes.
That I vote yes.
Yeah.
But the other huge takeaway too, aside from like the team structure, which felt cheesy, but the more he got into it, I was like, oh, okay, you've just made it practical. This is like
Mm-hmm.
actually practical. But
Oh, it
was like,
is. I
um,
mean, me and Devin were laughing about it yesterday because,
You and your notes.
and they're always so neat. Devin was doing tax stuff yesterday, like getting her tax stuff together, and I had gone to the grocery store and was opened the refrigerator, and there was a part of my refrigerator that I couldn't clean, and there was stuff on it. Anyways, I took the refrigerator apart yesterday, like quite literally, and cleaned it, and like I'm doing all this, and he's doing all that, and I'm like, we're each doing like what we're good at, and we're just piecing it together, and
Yeah.
like you do have to do it as a
yes.
team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Divide
all
and
that this
conquer.
was about. It was
Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
about like your role as the wife or your role. Like it was like
Yeah.
you capitalize on where you excel. But the
Mhm.
other
Yeah.
thought that was interesting was our the way we think of time in the Western culture versus the Eastern culture, and then versus the Bible. So like we think of it very linear. Like, okay, I've got to grind. I got to get through college. I got a starting point
Mm-hmm.
and I've got an end point, and it's just
Mhm.
get from A to B. And in the middle, you don't really live your life. You're just like, oh, I just got to get through. And it's the
Yeah.
same. Like we're at work. Oh, I just got to make it to my next vacation. Oh, I've just
Mm-hmm.
got to make it to the next step. And then Eastern, like with whatever religion, Hinduism, Buddhism, all of it, where you're
Mm-hmm.
just always in thinking mode, but you're never actually taking action really, or like,
Mhm.
and you're existing and you're being reincarnated, and it's just like this circle is what it was. So instead of linear, it's a circle. Whereas the Bible, he compared to a spiral, where it does circle back to things, and you do need to be content where you're at and
But you're still
existing and all
moving.
that, but you're moving to a
Mm-hmm.
direction. And so I don't know, and he was like, you prioritize what repeats over and over, which is true. You need to figure out where the repeats are and how to prioritize those things. And then I don't it was so good. And then the weekly thing, what I tiny touched on, but like literally looking at your time blocks and where
Mm-hmm.
you spend your time, and the amount of time you actually spend with your family is so minute. And it's like, wow. And then people think, well, I have my kids for 18 years and then they're out the door, and they're where else in the world do they do that to their kids, where
Mm-hmm.
they just kick
Mhm.
them out and that's that? Like think of even Japan. It's so multi-generational. Like
Mm-hmm.
you not maybe not physically live in the same house, but you have the grandparents' house that is huge, and they host people and people can stay. Your kids come and go, the grandchildren come and stay. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
But look
and
how
so
we treat our elderly.
right.
They're discarded like garbage now. I mean, look
Yes.
at the places we put them in. We don't
Yeah.
value it. I mean, those people do so well in those other cultures because they're treated like kings because they're
They're
the
Mm-hmm.
continuously
yeah.
honored, and that's what he was
Mm-hmm.
talking about, how we have shifted in the Western society. We serve our kids, we honor our kids, but
Mm-hmm.
then the kids don't reciprocate that, and how we need to teach them, like, it's okay to be seated and your kids get up and go get you a drink. Not you
Mm-hmm.
go get them a drink because they asked for it. They go get you a drink to
Mm-hmm.
honor you and serve you, because he again gave a really practical, was like, okay, all right, team, okay, who's got the mortgage this month? Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
do. Okay, move on. Like, who's got the insurance this month? Oh, okay, I got that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Or so the kids, who's got dishes this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can do that. And
Mhm.
that's just your place in the family and your place in the team,
Yeah.
and like, wow, because Johnny is like his mom, who his mom just, they cater to the kids all the time,
Mm-hmm.
100% of the time. And it's like, that is not how families are run. That's not
Mm-hmm.
even remotely close to biblical. And I was like, wow, like I know this, but like I don't live it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
when the boys need something, I get, and he's like, obviously within reason. If your baby needs a diaper change, you change the diaper, you feed the
Yeah.
baby, but I was
Well, and
like,
even just a practical approach, so I can speak on that. So, like, my family went from one extreme to the other. So, my grandparents, like, hardcore workers between farm and a pharmacy, they were always doing something. And so the house stuff fell to the kids. So the kids would get themselves to or fro from places with friends or family. And then they did all of the dishes, they did the laundry, they did the cleaning, they did a lot of those. So then when I was raised, my mom was like, I don't want that for you. I want you to have a simpler, more
Childhood and
childlike growing,
mm-hmm.
which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was great, except now that I'm kind of lazy and I don't know how to do a lot of stuff, I had to learn it the hard way. But that's the thing. Like, I went to college and had done like 0 loads of laundry in my life and had to figure it out. I truly was like Rachel Green on Friends when I was like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I had no idea. So we're trying to find that balance in our household where it's,
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel like you're the slaves of the household, but you also
But
are
you're
pulling your
learning and you're
part, you're
contributing.
learning.
But,
And when you are 18 and you go to college or whatever your calling is, you know how to do things. You don't have to
right.
figure them out like I did. And it
And
worked. I mean, but
Well, and that's why
they
it's so important. I think it's so important for like teenagers to have jobs. Number one, you need a boss beside your parents
agree.
to
mm-hmm.
hold you accountable because it is
Yeah.
easy. And I'm just as
And to
guilty
learn to
as the next
start
parent.
budgeting.
But yeah, yes, they budget, which that still doesn't happen sometimes. But
Right.
I mean, I think this society is such a now, like I need it now and I have it now and they
Mm-hmm.
get it now that we like when we were younger, I don't know about y'all, but like we got new shoes, new clothes on birthdays and Christmas. And especially if there were toys involved. There was nothing in the in between, like nothing. And now like we just go out and buy stuff. We need this, we go buy it. You
Mm-hmm.
need this, we go buy it. Like you don't have to wait. You get that instant
yeah.
gratification.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so like
I'm bad about
teenagers
that.
having jobs, at least they have a different boss and they have money of their own so they can
Mm-hmm.
see, oh, $10 on a drink at Healthy Edge is kind of a lot because then I only have 40 of my
Mm-hmm.
$50 left and that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing. So as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to spending your money, which it's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
My
I
kids
totally
do have a
agree.
little like prepaid debit card thing that I load for them when they get good grades. They have to earn it. So like when they get good grades,
mm-hmm.
if they get birthday money and someone gives me cash, I'll put the money on the card for them because we can keep up
Mm-hmm.
with that. But then they also get some chore money and if they didn't do their chores, they don't get it. So nothing's perfect, but we're trying to learn some of
No,
those
that's
responsibilities and what that looks
and
like.
it was neat because like although they are,
What?
they're 18 years into this process that they have
Mm-hmm.
decided for their family, and so they meet everyone along the journey of where, and they're very not, they're like, we're not religious about this and we're not judgmental about it. So if you do it and that's the way it functions for your family, because you can't quit your job as the wife and you can't pull your kids
Right.
out of school and you can't do certain things, like there's still ways to adapt, just making you aware because it just gets so lost because nobody brings awareness
Mm-hmm.
because that's how everybody lives their life.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Go, go, go all the time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
it
and that's why,
was
I mean, my family, we struggle with it every year. My bigger family, like getting together for holidays because some kid has some sports
Mm-hmm.
event and now there are no boundaries. There is
Mm-hmm.
a basketball tournament, Christmas Eve, New Year's
mm-hmm.
Eve, Christmas,
Yeah.
like they make it a special tournament then, which is completely ridiculous in mine. And if I
Mm-hmm.
could pull all of them out of it because it makes me angry, I
I
would.
agree.
But like, again, the kids get punished. And so
If they don't.
they make
I
it
Yeah.
know.
so hard now.
Yeah. Well,
And
and
that's
especially
But
for those
where
split family households, it just
oh,
makes
yes.
mm-hmm.
scheduling a nightmare. I can't imagine.
Yeah, because that it was something, because they talk about doing literally weekly Shabbat. Like they know on Friday nights at 6 o'clock, they know they eat dinner all together. Like we
Yeah.
can't
Mhm.
even coordinate that for holidays, truly. Like there's some
Yeah.
family or somebody missing. But they're like, you're missing the point. Like if your family is going to do that and you can be consistent and remain consistent in that, then
Yeah.
people can come if they want or don't if they don't. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's a good point.
Well,
But
and
making
there's
it
always going to be hard to start it. But once you start it and
mhm,
people get used to it and you start that
exactly,
ritual,
then they know.
It's
yeah.
like
And
a diet change. In the beginning is the roughest time, and then you get
Yep.
kind of used to it,
Yeah.
and then it
I
becomes
agree.
habit, which is the way
Yeah.
you have to do most things in life that are hard.
And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
people will think you're crazy. They will, because it's abnormal. Like people
Yeah.
don't do this or honor it. But if you go to that side of the world, if you go to Jerusalem, if you
Mm-hmm.
go, everybody's scurrying around town, and then the minute sun sets, everybody's in their homes.
Yep.
Or like if they're not in there, they're at their friend's house.
Hmm.
Like it's so community centered. And I'm like,
Mhm.
How amazing. Like, that's so
Mhm.
appealing to me. Like, everybody knows, and although it's not a whole culture that I mean, maybe eventually we could create here, but, but, like,
Yeah.
how cool if everybody knew on Fridays we did that, but, like, you're welcome to come over and
Right.
join us with
We're
that,
not
like.
going anywhere, but you can join us.
Mhm.
Right. How
I
cool.
love
Like,
that.
that's what I want. I want
Mhm.
that. I want to be that for people too. Like, I want it for myself, but I want to be that for people. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I
It's
would
neat.
love to go on that trip because I know the Lindells go
Oh,
to
to the
Mhm.
Holy
Jerusalem, and
Land.
the
Mhm.
Bible
I would love
recap,
to.
Yes.
they do
Yeah.
a trip, and I would
Mhm.
like to go and see the tomb and to like
Yes.
Yeah.
experience that culture. To try to incorporate it back would be so, like they said, it's
Yeah.
life changing, and I would love to go do that. It's on my list of my bucket list.
Mhm.
She
Changing the
just
subject
stopped.
for a moment, I'm drinking my TikTok drink out of my Backstabber's, fancy
What
glass
is your
here.
TikTok drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
It doesn't taste good, so let's start there.
Oh, okay.
You're
It's
drinking something that doesn't taste good.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, it just doesn't taste good. Like the Sleepy
Okay.
Girl drink, I like the way it tastes. Like, I enjoy drinking it.
Mhm.
It's almost like a good little mocktail that I actually also like the way it drinks. I will say, I do think this helps me sleep even more than the Sleepy Girl. So,
Oh, okay.
Why are you
um,
drinking it at 4?
well, it's not for sleep, it's for other things. It's like a detox
Oh,
drink.
okay.
So
Okay.
it has like lemon in it and orange juice and coconut water and a little bit of cream of tartar that you mix in there. Really, it sounds weird. A little bit of
Yum.
salt, which I love salt, so that's not a problem. And cayenne pepper. I didn't have any, so I'm living without the spicy side of life. But it's supposed to be like a cortisol reset
Oh,
because I'm gonna choose to believe that that's my problem, not
Okay.
you
perimenopause.
froze Lacey. Is she frozen
Oh,
for you?
am I back?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's my cortisol that's my problem, not the perimenopause. So that's what I'm going with. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm supposed to get like a chiseled
You let me know.
jawline. I'm
Yeah, you
supposed
let
to
me.
the belly bloat's gonna go away.
Oh,
Less chin hairs. Alex, I'll keep you
we'll
posted.
see. I got those cortisol calm pills that I
So
started
same
taking,
idea. Yep. Yep.
but they gave me weird dreams. It's like melatonin.
Yeah. I don't sleep with melatonin.
I don't even try, but I have
I
not
get
been
almost
sleeping
like the
well lately.
paradoxical.
Effective.
Awake.
So it's
That's
not that I
crazy.
don't
Right.
sleep. I just feel like I'm in that like really
I
light
don't
the whole time
get
where
Not
into
the
you're
REM
dreaming the
dreams.
whole
sleep, the
That's
time.
the
one.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up multiple, and I have weird dreams for
Yeah.
those little bits that I am like
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't do melatonin, but this drink, I mean, I am like dead to the world. The night it was
Hmm.
storming and we were supposed to have all the tornadoes, slept right through
Yeah, I
Nice.
know you never text me back. I was just
them.
trying to check on your life, and I got nothing. Thanks.
Well, you know,
Thankfully, your husband responded.
it's so funny. So if Aaron's there, I'm just like not a care in the world. He'll take care of me. He'll let me know if I need to go get in the storm shelter. It will be fine. If he's not there, I'm like nervous Nelly and antsy, and we're just gonna live in the storm shelter. And not that I'm afraid of storms, but I think growing up in that tornado alley, I have a good
Mhm.
appreciation for them, a healthy fear, if you
Yes.
will.
I'm not overly like, I'll go out
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah.
the kids got scared last year when that really bad hailstorm because I was like, I'm gonna go outside and see how things are looking. I can feel when it gets heavy
I can
enough for a
feel.
tornado. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go smell the air.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm basically a storm
I
chaser.
know. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But if he's there,
No,
I'm just like not a care in the world. I'm just like, doo doo doo. He'll let me know.
He'll tell us.
He'll let me
that's a nice
know.
way. That's actually very nice. It's very comforting. That's what my daughter has recently become just very fearful of storms because my sister's house got hit twice by a tornado, like 10 months
Yeah.
ago and then like 2 weeks ago. And so I'm guessing that's where it's come from. But the last 2 weeks, she is like every day, we're going to have a tornado, like freaks out. Is it going to be hail? Is it
Yeah.
going to be do this? And I'm like, I'll tell you what, mommy promises I will come get you if you need to be
Mhm.
worried.
Yeah.
But
Look at that hair growth,
This
Alex.
is
I
what I'm
know.
dealing with.
You've got
This
like
is
bangs.
I've got bangs. It could be done. Not
Yeah.
that it should be done. But I'll tell you what, they don't pin back into a ponytail, and it drives me
You
insane.
got to slick them.
They look good though. I think my hair might be getting worse. And I'm up to 4 of those pills that taste like butthole. I've got a couple of them though. See, look.
Yeah, you've
I think
got some
that's
Yeah.
I think that's new growth,
I probably
not
need to do it.
not
Yeah.
breakage.
not breaking.
That's what I have my yearly doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and I want to like ask her about the sleep, all the things. I was like, I
Yeah.
need you to just tell me, is this the checklist for perimenopause? Because I just need to know that I'm not losing
It
my
is.
mind. But I know what's going to happen. They're going to put it in my chart, and then you're going to have 46 things put in your chart, and they're going to be like, oh god, here's another one.
That's
Mhm.
fine. Just
Headaches
be
and
one in the crowd. It's fine.
insomnia.
Who cares? No, my
That's what-
friend though, she ended up
When I
getting.
when I had an allergy put on my list, I had angioedema to lisinopril, and I was like, don't put it on there. It's just the beginning. They're going to think I'm one of those people.
I'm allergic to multiple antibiotics, so I'm already one of those people.
Be like,
It's
it's
all
me.
from childhood, I swear. I don't know, but my friend ended up getting a complete hysterectomy and got her ovaries removed and everything. She's like, all my symptoms are gone. I was like, well, you're also now in menopause.
Yeah.
Full blown. Yeah. It's a good and bad.
Is she
I don't
having all
know
the
if that's
things,
good or
or did she get on medicine to like?
I don't know that she could because of the
Oh yeah, yeah.
hormone. Blah blah
Mhm.
blah. I didn't really ask her that.
Yeah.
But she said her chin hairs were gone. I was like,
Winning.
I'll live with them for now.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, let's do a nail check.
Oh, nail check.
I don't know. I'm holding them up to the microphone like that's going to do anything.
Mine just got chipped.
Sarah, I'm
But
so
they're done.
proud of you.
Thank you. I feel so girly. I don't know how long this will last, but my daughter wanted to go get hers done, so we just went.
Aw.
She got
That's so sweet.
sparkly. It was she's been biting her nails, so it was if you stop biting your nails, I'll go paint
Yep.
them.
Yep.
That's fair.
So
And
we'll
it
see
was
how that
cheap.
goes.
Tell them. How
Oh,
much
it was
ad
only
was.
$13, which they were like, "Do you want a manicure or do you want a color change for her?" I was like, "I want a color change."
Color
So it's
change.
$13.
Oh,
Didn't I tell you
good.
about that little trick?
I
Or
Yeah.
Was
know.
that somebody? Okay, I thought like
You told me. I didn't know it would work for her. And next time
Yeah.
I go to that place, I'm going to get a color change too. I mean, let's be real honest. It's one of my OCD things, my cuticles. So there are never any cuticles there to take.
for them to do.
I don't need
You gotta
them.
Do it
Yeah.
on your own. So yeah.
One of my many problems.
Hold on. Sarah, have you seen the doctor in our home state who was walking around his clinic butt naked?
No. Where did that
I'm gonna need
happen?
you to I'm gonna need you to Google this. The only thing he had on was his college team hat.
What was he on? Why was he doing this? What happened?
So apparently he got charged with all sorts of things. He was walking in between patient rooms completely naked, not even socks on. He did have a hat on. That's the only thing he had on. And then he walked into like the receptionist area where there's 3 people, and he's just like walking around, goes and messes with the copier.
He had to
I
be
mean,
high or drunk. Like
clearly he's on drugs.
Right.
Oh, yeah. He's been stealing something.
Do you see it? Did you find it?
Yes, I just had to skip an ad because I need to watch this. What town is it in though? That's what I was trying to find.
I didn't look, if I'm being honest. I saw it and I was like, well, that's way to go, home state.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see him? There's like a full-on surveillance video of him just walking around naked.
He's stretching.
Yeah.
Like he's got his arms going.
Yeah. Trying to poke
While
it
he's
out.
standing up. Like
Probably
getting in the pizza box. He's in the pizza boxes. Hold on, I'm gonna show this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is him digging in a pizza box in case anybody can't see it.
Oh my gosh.
Completely naked.
Okay.
Is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard of?
I mean,
He's gone off the deep end.
hey, providers,
Although-
don't do your patients drugs, okay?
I don't know that that's how I want to go out, but
I mean,
no, I don't even want to go out like that now.
No.
Never mind.
sorry, no.
I won't follow that with anything. That's not how I want to do my last day of work.
That's funny. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No. That's a nightmare. That's what people dream about, that they're, somewhere naked. They don't even do it.
They
I was
maybe,
naked and I was walking
maybe his
around the office.
therapist told him to do that. What's the scariest thing you have dreamt about?
Yeah, that's a
tackle that
melatonin
fear.
dream. Melatonin dream.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I haven't heard about that or somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see
Quality
the town?
health. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have time to
on
skim
there.
the whole. Oh,
Yeah.
it is on there. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it
really
is.
need to know. Is it
It's
one that
okay.
me and you know? Like,
I mean, ish.
oh, got it. I mean, not super surprised it's from there.
Yeah.
A lot of my nursing school friends are from there.
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh. So no, I'm like, no, never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, actually, have y'all seen who is the why am I blanking on his name now? The alligator guy that wrestled the alligators and he's got a kid that you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Then he did the underwear shoot. Is that what you're talking about?
So somebody showed me
Yeah.
his picture at work the other day and I was like, oh, who's that? And I was like, my goodness.
He's gorgeous.
And then I felt like a pedophile because I thought he was, luckily, I really thought he was like 16 or something. Then I was like, I mean, I don't think you can do that as a 16-year-old. He's literally in just underwear, but he's 21, I think. He's very good looking.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin. That was the
I kept thinking
little
Irwin,
one.
but I couldn't think of
Well, then they were like, his daughter's like married.
Yeah, and as a kid,
I remember them as little, so I was like, God, I feel
Mhm.
gross, but wow.
Yeah.
Alex, you should look at him.
I'll have to look
He
at
looks
it.
pretty.
He grew up.
You don't know who the dad is, do you?
I don't.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know whose kid is it's in that White Lotus show, isn't it Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger's kid?
Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't know who that was. They were talking about, what did I see? Something said that he had gained weight during that show, and I was like, I don't even know who he is to be able to judge if he gained weight or not.
But he's cute. I mean, he's not ugly, but he's not like, oh my gosh, gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I was like, huh, that makes sense. Okay. I
Mhm.
can see this.
Which I guess Irwin looks a little bit like his dad. He's probably a good
Kinda.
mix of his mom and his dad.
Yeah. So Alex, he was a very famous animal person. He was always on like Leno and Letterman and those sorts of places, and had
Like showing off
probably even had a
exotic
show.
animals.
And anyway, would show all these exotic animals. He was from,
Where are your
I believe,
pants?
Australia. Is that to your
Your
husband?
child or your husband? Yeah.
My daughter, she went downstairs with pants. She came up, no pants.
It's a Sunday. It's that kind of day.
I mean,
I like it. I'm okay with it. Anyway,
no,
he
you
was
cannot come up. No, you
doing
ain't got no
something and he
pants on,
got
go.
stabbed, I believe, in the heart by a stingray and died.
Yeah.
Do you remember
like
that
legit.
at all? Ringing any bells?
No.
You baby.
It
See,
was a
Sarah,
big-
I told you, you are closer to my
I
age
know.
than you are
Never
to
mind. I
hers.
take it all back. Yeah, it was horrible. And he was like, I think he was like genuinely a good person, and he like cared about
Seemed like
animals
it.
and
Good family guy.
And that's what
good,
his
yeah.
kids do too. Like his son specializes in animals, and I think they have a zoo or something, like a special zoo, or I don't know.
Question.
Sure.
I don't know.
But I'm glad you have
He
pants on.
was okay, so
That's
he
the
died
old-
in
that's the old boy.
2006.
Oh,
Where were you at, Alex? I was
A
in
freshman
college
high school?
dating
I was about to
Aaron.
say I was in college too.
Look at my hand. Can you see that? It's been twitching.
Yeah, what'd you do?
It's been twitching for the last like 2.5
It's work.
days. But I don't know
All
how to
that
fix it.
all that typing.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
Writing notes.
That's weird.
It's my left hand though.
That's what my right eye does.
My eyes
I've had
do that
my
a lot.
eye do that. I've never had
Yeah.
an extremity, but it's like,
Huh. I wonder if there's
Anyways,
like a
then it
trigger
just-
point or something that you can.
Can you
Hold.
stretch it and make it stop?
if I stretch it, no, it's still going.
Huh.
still
so
waving
weird.
at you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hitting that and it's making it loud.
That's weird. Okay, so word of the week could be crocodile. That'd be
Oh, I
real
like
hard
it.
to work. And yep. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Already know. Okay, I like it.
Is that what we
Let's do
like?
it. Mhm.
I
Okay.
like it.
Mhm.
All right.
And I do want to start because I do like that. Lacey posted it. What are we doing at the Tappy Tui
Two
Tuesday
and
or
Tapping
Tui Tap
Tuesday. Yeah.
Tui Tapping Tuesdays?
Yeah.
That's our epidural
Yes.
story days
Perfect.
where you tap tap the Tui.
Mm.
Perfect.
I like how you do it in an Adam Sandler voice.
That's exactly his voice it was.
Right?
Alex, do we know who Adam Sandler is?
Yeah. I
Okay.
love the memes about him. How
Do you,
he's like,
okay,
let
but do you
himself
know the
go.
movie we're referencing about tapping
No, I
it
have no
in?
idea. No. I have no idea. I'm a combo of, okay, you have to understand, not only, yes, we have an age gap, a little bit of an age gap. I am so uncultured with celebrities, movies, music, like, so it's a bad combo. I'll put
Okay.
that out there. It's
Okay.
a bad combo.
That could be a fun game, Sarah. We could
Yeah, it
hold
could
up
be.
like something
Who
that
is this?
everyone should know and see if Alex
It's
knows
like,
it.
have
Like
y'all
name this
seen that?
celebrity, name this movie.
Yes. It'll be just like that. Have you seen the couple that the woman's a nurse and the man is nothing, and she holds up words and she reads off like a
Oh, yeah,
tui,
like
and
a,
he says what he thinks it is. If you have not,
Yeah.
I need you to go.
that's pretty funny.
It is hilarious. Like I think
Yeah.
they've got hundreds of thousands of followers because he's so funny when he reads off what he thinks. That's, anyways, it'll be like that, Alex. Except it'll be
Perfect.
celebrities
We can do
and
this. I'll do that. I can
Yeah.
commit to this.
yeah.
That'll be fun.
Okay, I like it.
Speaking of celebrity people, really quick before we leave, did you see the nurse influencer that died right after giving birth?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, what happened?
What did-
I
yeah.
just saw a headline
Well,
that she had died.
So
AFE?
that's what I'm gonna guess. It said cardiac arrest like moments after
yeah.
delivery. But they had, I guess, done like the whole in vitro route, which I can totally empathize with.
Yeah, the article had said that she was trying to get pregnant for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then somebody, because it was on the CRNA, that Sleepless in Seattle thing, I think.
Mhm.
Anyways, one of the CRNAs said that one of their nurses, they took all the AOK stuff out of their cart because they had gone to a conference and said that wasn't real anymore. And so I wish I could find it. And
How is
she
that not
said,
real?
has anybody had this happen? Like they literally took the drugs out of their Omnicell.
Because they're saying the drugs don't help? Because my
yeah.
understanding was we didn't really know
Yes.
how it helped or why
But
it helped,
the
but you're doing no
trilogy
harm.
of all of them. Mhm. Right.
Correct.
Right.
You're doing no
Might as
harm.
well
So you
give
got
them.
nothing to lose.
Right.
You can't make them more dead.
Dang.
Oh, here it is. It said the recent tragedy has brought this to a forefront in pregnancy. An L&D nurse mentioned that AOK was no longer recommended at a conference she went to, and the hospital took the meds out of the L&D crash carts. Did I miss the memo?
Oh, I'm gonna have to research that.
I've never heard that. No.
But-
yeah.
And nobody
Also,
is saying that
It's
there's
not like they're controversial drugs. Why are you taking
so
them out?
Somebody
Give them
said-
to pregnant.
there's a difference between no harm and
Misoprostol.
contraindicated, and there's no harm for that. So
Right.
especially if they're asystole. So give whatever.
Give them.
Yeah, you're not
That's
making
why
them
people
more
are like,
dead.
just give them bicarb, just give them this. Like you just start throwing whatever could possibly humanly be,
And
as
you're
long as you're not harming the
praying
patient.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Praying something
And
helps.
I've heard of way more instances that they came back after that, and who knows if it was that or
Absolutely.
what it was.
But you
But I'll tell you what, I'm giving it.
Yeah.
Amen.
I
My
know,
second
like-
pregnancy, I kept telling my sister because she was there. I was like, "A-okay. If I go out,
Yeah.
you just start yelling
Just
A-okay, and
shout
maybe
it.
someone
Yeah.
will know what that
Somebody
is."
will get it.
And I
Yeah.
did tell her the drugs, and she was like, "I won't remember." And I was like, "That's fine. Just start yelling A-okay. It'll be fine."
Well, and like I was like, if they took it out of the crash kit, which I don't know their set up or situation, I'm like, sure, there's another Omnicell that has those type of drugs in it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
How did
Because remind me, it's atropine, Zofran, and
Zofran.
Toradol, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So they're just in
They're just in an
normal
Omnicell.
drugs.
So
Yeah.
they probably didn't have a kit made up, maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
right. That it's not like
readily
an actual
grab.
kit, which I'm guessing they just had
Still
all three
probably
drugs in
have-
one little thing. But just
Right.
give it. And second of all, when did the L&D department? I don't know. I mean, maybe some hospitals do that. They're not going to
Decide what I
drugs I'm
give.
going to use.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I
not
will
trying to be
say it-
hateful, but like,
Yeah. I will say in this instance, it sounds like it was not a C-section or an instance where anesthesia was directly involved. So she may or may not have had an epidural, but in the delivery room, I don't think an
That's what
anesthesia
happened,
provider
yeah.
was there. So it
Well, 'cause
probably
I didn't know
was
if she, like,
your obstetrician,
hemorrhaged
your
or
L&D nurses, and then they called a code and people
Yeah,
come.
Right.
So that is where those kits are important.
They are, but
Yeah.
oh gosh. See, crap like that makes me nervous though. I'm like, why would I risk another pregnancy?
Because usually
No, I
to a
know. It
code,
is
it's, whatever doctor and nurse and
it's random,
people
it's
are
not
assigned. They may not have
Yeah.
any background in labor and delivery. Shoot,
Right.
Well,
most
and
of
I
us
definitely
don't.
never heard that.
You wouldn't know to do A-OK.
Mm-mm.
So you are
Excuse
kinda
me.
counting on your people that specialize, like your L&D nurses. I'm not talking bad about them. That seems like
No. But
a
unless there was
weird
hard evidence that said it did, harm,
damage.
like, why would
Right.
you not? Like, why would they
Agree.
take that off their unit until it
Yeah.
was like, "This does bad," they actually think it makes it worse,
Mhm.
like, which
I
I
think
can't
that was
imagine
even
any
a
of those drugs
board
would be.
question for me
Oh,
for
yes,
my
it was on
anesthesia.
boards. I mean, it was
I'm
on
pretty
the review
sure.
for boards.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I blacked that part of my life out. But
Fair enough. Yours was a lot closer than ours.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot, but 2 years closer.
all I know is I passed. Here we go.
That's all I
Amen,
know.
sister.
All right, girls. I've got to go get my baby.
Yep. Back at you.
Okay.
See y'all later.
Result. Oh,
Bye. All right. All right. Jesus wants y'all to be quiet. Bye, y'all.
be quiet.